Hello, and welcome to Today in Psychiatry. I am your host for Today in Psychiatry, Dr. Sigmund von Liebelman. Please forgive us for the strange music we play at the beginning of our program, but it is necessary to provide a psychological setting. Today's guest on Today in Psychiatry is a little bit paranoid, and she wishes us not to reveal her identity. How are you today, Mrs. Robinson?
Doctor, I didn't think you were going to reveal my identity.
Oh, forgive me, please. From now on, I will simply call you by your first name, Jane.
Doctor!
Jane, what seems to be the major problem with you?
Well, Dr. von Lieberman, it seems that lately I haven't wanted to do much of anything. I haven't wanted to do the cooking, the shopping, the laundry. I haven't even wanted to make love.
Oh, those the first three I can understand, but that last one, well, it's hard for me to believe that a woman such as you would not want to make love. After all, you do have an attractive figure. Nice hair, petite face, large, firm breasts.
Doctor?
Oh, forgive me, Mrs. Robinson. I can understand your problem, Mrs. Robinson. You see, many people have these problems. They cannot convince themselves to do simple tasks that they do not want to do. For instance, you do not want to go shopping. That is understandable. Many of us do not like to go shopping, or do the laundry, or do the cooking, or make love. But you must convince yourself, psychologically, it's all in your mind, that. And you must tell yourself over and over that you do want to do whatever it is you don't want to do. And very soon, you will want to do it. Say to yourself, I want to go cooking. I want to go shopping. I want to go to the laundromat. I want to make love. You must tell yourself this over and over and over. I want to make love. 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 Mrs. Robinson, I want to make love.
Doctor!
Please forgive me, Mrs. Robinson. I just simply got carried away there. So you see, Mrs. Robinson, you must tell yourself that you want to do the simple things that you do not want to do, and very soon you will find you want to do them. Do you understand?
Uh-huh.
Very good. Very good. Good day now, Mrs. Robinson.
I want to be the psychiatrist still.
Now, shall we go to our cycle mailbag and see what letters we have there? Ah, here's a letter. Right now is the letter from Mrs. Doreen Glendale from San Diego, California. Mrs. Glendale writes, Dear Dr. von Lieberman, I am having some problems at home. It seems my husband is giving me trouble. That is a problem I have too. Well, she writes on further. My husband thinks he is a dog. That is not funny, Mrs. Glendale. The serious problem is that you have here. She says she does not mind so much that he acts like a dog, because after all, he does not wear any clothing, so she does not have to go to the laundromat as often. He does not eat as much food, so much for the cooking. And of course, he does not complain as much as he used to. But one thing she does not like is when he piddles all over the furniture. Well, I understand that completely. You see, this thought, this pattern of dog in the house, piddle on the furniture, is a very common problem. You see, my parents used to have a little dog when we were young, and this takes me back into a mental regret. I think back to my childhood is what I'm doing. And I remember when we had a little puppy. You see, this puppy would come into the house, and this puppy would piddle on the furniture. Yes, and the sofa was dripping often, and it stunk and got stained terribly. Probably. I guarantee you, it was not funny. Really, Mr. Robinson, it is a very serious problem. So, what we did to the little dog, whenever he piddled on the furniture, my father would simply take a baseball bat, hit him over the head, and chain him up outside. So it's simple. Now, all you have to do, Mrs. Robinson, is simply, whenever your husband piddles on the furniture, simply hit him over the head with a baseball bat and chain him up outside, and your problem is cured. You see how simple it is, Mrs. Robinson. No more problem. You see, because after a while, your husband will be afraid to come in the house, and he will not want to come in anymore. Simple, isn't it? Now, one more thing I must tell you, Mrs. Robinson. You see, your husband must not be running loose outside. He could spread litters throughout the entire neighborhood, and your neighbors would not like you if you did this with your husband. So you must contact a man who can operate on animals, and have your husband fixed, all right? Very good. After all, we do not want him spreading litters around the neighborhood now, do we? And remember, Mrs. Robinson, one more important thing. If your husband should become involved with some of the female dogs down the street, do not become jealous. After all, it is part of the animal world, and you must try to understand that. Thank you very much, Mrs. Robinson. And thank you all for watching Today in Psychiatry. We'll see you next time. And always remember, no matter what you think, it's all in your mind. You see? We even changed the music, because our psychological setting is no longer